The chaos in West Asia is putting up fire across India every now and then. Not literally, not through weapons, but through problems that are being created. And India is trying to firefight the situations that are cropping up. The recent strikes that have taken place in Iran and the counter-attack in Qatar are creating new problems for India. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh and today we are going to understand that how the attack that has taken place at Ras Laffan and also South Pars is going to add to the problems India is already having because of the West Asian conflict. Let us begin with understanding that what are we talking about. So recently, if you look at this given location, this is of Persian Gulf and we have two prominent places which are present here. First, we have South Pars, which belongs to Iran, and then we have North Dome, which is associated with Qatar. We'll come to North Dome later. First, let us try to understand that what exactly has unfolded. So, Iran was attacked by Israel and it was attacked at South Pars. Now, the reason South Pars was chosen has a lot to do with the fact that South Pars is world's largest gas field. Now, this is a huge asset for Iran, but Israel might be forgetting that this is a huge asset for the global supply of gas as well. Now, Iran decided to retaliate and Iran retaliated by targeting Qatar. What place in Qatar? Qatar was targeted at Ras Laffan. So, when we are talking about Ras Laffan, why is this important? Because it is one of the biggest LNG export hubs that are present across the globe. Now, when we look at this regional targeting and the regional conflict that is emerging, that has gone beyond targeting each other. Now, it has become about targeting energy infrastructure. Because this is going to impact not just the parties which are involved in the conflict, but also the global structure in itself. And that is what will raise the stakes for the parties involved to understand that what are the risks associated with it. So, this will impact global gas, global oil supply, oil prices, and also India's energy security. Now, let us look at some important key facts around this. Starting with, when we are talking about South Pars, we have to understand that this is not just about an escalation, this is also about targeting global supply, because South Pars belonging to Iran and North Dome belonging to Qatar, they are the largest natural gas reserve present globally. So, here the conflict is going to target a gas reserve that supplies to the world. Furthermore, the damage here of the resource can be way higher. And any disruption here is going to impact the foundation of global LNG supply chain. Now, this very place is very important because this not only supplies to India, but to Asia and Europe, and it is already placed in a very geopolitically sensitive area, that is Persian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz, and then we have Gulf of Oman. So, this is where we get to see that the global energy instability, if the domino has to start, it can start from this very point. Apart from that, when we are talking about the other place that has been targeted, that is Ras Laffan, we have to understand it is an export terminal for LNG, contributes to 20% of LNG global supply. If we are talking about Europe's, especially post-Russia energy needs, it is facilitated through this. If you are talking about Asia, be it India, Japan or China, that is met from Ras Laffan. And if the gas that is generated cannot be converted into LNG, it wouldn't be of use. So, this is also a central node to the energy trade networks. Now, both of these places strategically important, geopolitically important, resource-wise very important. But unfortunately, South Pars is with Iran, North Dome with Qatar, and both would not shy away from destroying each other to make sure that they are protected and defended. So, in this conflict, this huge energy infrastructure is at stake. And India, which is already looking at a LPG crunch situation where Essential Commodities Act has already been brought in place. You can understand about this in detail. I have already done a video on that. You can go and watch that. In this situation where we know where we are dependent for our oil as well as gas needs from 80 to 85%, this raises the bar of problems for India. As 40% of LNG imports are coming from Qatar, so if any processing from the export hub of Ras Laffan is affected, this will be in a questionable position. We don't have to talk about the crude oil situation already. We have had a detailed discussion already on that. And this again highlights our vulnerability and excessive reliance on West Asia. So it is not just about Strait of Hormuz, it is also about that key energy infrastructure which are present in West Asia, which help India in terms of imports related to oil and gas, which are at stake. And if this does not stop, India is awaiting imported inflation, India is awaiting widened current account deficit, India is awaiting very heavy pressure on rupee. If you see today, rupee has yet again touched a historic low. So all of this is going to pile up and burden India's economy shoulder that bad that whatever aims that we are carrying for our domestic economy, they are going to be bombarded with the problems of the globalized world. Now with direct reference to when we are talking about LNG, we have to understand as of now, because of this very situation, we are looking at not only rising LNG and oil prices in coming time, there will be an impact on fertilizer sector, power generation and CNG and PNG that is put in our homes. We utilize CNG for our cars and we utilize PNG for cooking, and this is the place where these are all the place where it is going to directly impact your pocket. So we are not only staring at inflation, which government has to really think hard about how to work down this, but also a recession risk at this point of time. And that is why every time an energy infrastructure is targeted in West Asia, India has to worry about it. India has to look out that what needs to be done next. Now that was all from my side. Thank you so much.